Yep, here's the toilet in there. Right, and then this little cupboard for the fuse board. Look at this, man. How would you do work in here? You could do it, obviously, but they don't make it easy for you. Hi guys, just Delroy the Spark here again. I've just arrived at a job where I think the client said that her lights keep going on and off intermittently. Sounds like loose connections to me. And she also wants, I think, a couple of light fittings, new light fittings installed. So I'm going to go have a look at it and see what I can do. Thanks.
So this, when I switched on with the switches behind you.
Yeah.
It's fine for a few minutes and then it just goes off and back on.
Okay.
Off, back on for a few times. Then it's okay, then it does it again.
Okay.
And then it's fine for the rest of the evening.
Okay.
So it's like some, obviously...
Okay, sounds like some sort of loose connection.
Loose connection.
Yeah, okay.
This one has been fine until like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it started, sorry about the cobwebs, it started doing exactly the same thing, but really just right off.
Okay.
And then back on,
Okay.
and right off, back on. And now it's gone from being very bright to just that, which is nothing.
Okay. So yeah, it usually comes on brighter than that. Yeah.
Usually comes on really bright.
Okay.
And I've got a new light to go in here anyway.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's and the reason I've really noticed it, I was kind of living with it, but the electrical interference seems to be affecting the cat flap, which is apparently a thing.
Electrical interference?
Apparently, if you've got flickering lights near your cat flap,
Yeah.
it affects whether the microchip scanner works, and it stops working.
Oh, I didn't realise that cat flaps work like that. I thought
It's just a battery, but apparently there's a electrical kind of field around it so that they can catch the
Never heard of
microchip.
it.
No, I know,
Never knew
but it's
that.
in the guidebook apparently.
Okay. You know what? I thought they were just flaps that just work mechanically.
Well, you do get them, but this one, he's got his microchip triggers it.
Okay.
So that I don't get foxes and other cats in here.
Okay, cool.
But anyway, it runs by battery.
Okay.
And according to the manual, if you've got flickering lights, that might explain why why it's not working.
That's good. You learn something every day.
Yeah.
So is that it then?
Yeah.
Those
that's
two
it.
problems.
Those
Okay
two
then.
problems.
Okay, then let me get my step ladder, my tools, and we'll have a look
Right.
into it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. I've switched off at the fuse board, but as you can see here, loose connection. See that? That just come out. I haven't unscrewed anything, so I'm going to go back, screw that back in and see what happens. There it is. All working. See if there's any loose connection. Gemma? Yeah, look, it's working. And
Yeah, brilliant.
it's not, you know, if there's, what it was, it just seemed like there was some loose
It
connections.
was just a loose connection,
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It must have been in there 20 years, I should think.
I don't know what they done the connections up there.
Yeah.
Doesn't look too great, but it's, like I said, there it is. If it was loose connections, I'm shaking it would.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's safe.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine there. Well, it's working now.
It's working,
Yeah.
But it was a loose connection that was there.
Yeah, as soon as I came, loose to me.
Yeah.
So I just
Tweaked it.
I took it out and it just came out. And the other one wasn't too bright either.
Yeah.
That was also not really too tight. So I've just tightened everything up now and it's working, coming on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
Okay, cool.
That's great.
Fine. That's how they're connected there. Don't look too clever to me. I haven't found out anything else why it's dimming like that. But that's usually voltage, something to do with voltage when it dims like that. So let's see. It's weird with what they've done there. They've put that one there is usually the switch line, so that should be here. But they put the live there. It doesn't really matter because they're two live cables, but I've never seen that before. They always put the black one with the switch line mark on it here for the switch line. But they've put the red one. That's not a problem. I'm getting 240 volts here anyway, so that's not a problem. Anyway, I'm going to take this down and put the new fitting up. I'm sure that should work fine. That's the finished thing there.
It looks great.
Yeah, switch it on and off just to show that it's working properly. That's it. Fantastic. Nice one.
Yeah, that's another job completed. Nothing complicated there. Just first one, just loose connection. Second one, why the light was dimming, I don't know. But then if you noticed what I was explaining to you the other week when I'd done that fitting in the toilet, they done the same thing here. They just took out the part of the connection of the ceiling roll that was there and just left it and done the connections in there. That's not good enough, really. You need to get it done properly. I put them into chock box, and then it was one of those fittings with a long lead, and I just pushed up the lead, the extra lead in the ceiling void, just in case she needs to lengthen it or wants to take it somewhere else and fit it to a taller ceiling. She was happy with that. So it's all done now. On to the next job. Thanks for watching. Right, arrived at my next job. I think this one is a sort of slightly unusual. They've got it's a modern block. I'll show you in a minute. And when you go in, they've got a high ceiling, and then they've got sort of a little landing area. And these pendants are really long. I've been here before, and they weren't working, and they tripped the RCBO. And I set it back so they had power, but the fittings themselves weren't working. So what the client's done, she's gone and she's got 3 new lamp holders just to fit on the end of the fitting, of end of the pendant. So that's what I'm going to go and do now. I'm just going to fit the 3 the 3 lamp holders at the end of the pendant. I'll show you the block. As you can see, it's a modern block. Sorry about the sun's shining. So there are the pendants there that I was telling you about. Let them up there. They're quite long, as you can see. So I'm just going to change the lamp holders, hopefully. Hopefully it goes nice and easy. Yep, here's the toilet in there. Right, and then this little cupboard for the fuse board. Look at this, man. How would you do work in here? You could do it, obviously, but they don't make it easy for you. Switch these back on, see if that one is working. Where's the switch for this, for the light? I just want to check if this one's working. Is it this one?
No, it's downstairs.
Okay. Put it on for me. I want to see if this comes on. Yep, there you are. It's on, yeah? See that? Yeah, go on. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Fine, fantastic. So I'll do the other 2. Hopefully everything will be fine. So those are the first 2. I've done this one here and the second one. Now I've got to reach over and bring the third one over. Change that. It's nice, fine, look. Lovely. I would have thought that this part here would screw off and then you'd get to the connections. But actually, that internal white part, that screws off. You have to unscrew that to get to the connections. And when you do that, all the wires are twisted together. So I think when they put it on, they may have twisted the wires together. I don't know. Actually, that's wrong. This actually just pulls out. But you have to turn it first to try and pull it out. It's hard to pull it out, but it just pulls out actually. That's how they're connected there. That's how they're connected. They're push connectors, but those 2 blue and brown cables that are cut off, don't know what that's all about, but it doesn't matter. Just get them out and put the new ones on. So all 3 are done now. Okay, I'm going to switch it on and then you can try it out, yeah? Okay? Okay, go ahead. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Put it on again. Let's just see. Get me. Okay. Ah, lovely. Nice one. Right, yeah, that's the end of another job. Just a simple little job there. But the last lamp holder gave me a bit of trouble because I got it all together, put the bulb in, put it back, and it was all working. But then I forgot there's a little cable thing that goes over the cable. That you put that on first over the flex, then you put this other thing over the flex, then you put the cover over the flex, then you connect the cable, then they all screw together. And I forgot the last one. I forgot to put the last bit that screws on. So I was packed up all ready to go, and I just noticed it on the table. So then I had to take it off. And the trouble is I couldn't unscrew it. I couldn't unscrew the lamp holder because when I tried to do that lamp holder first, when I picked it out of the bag, it was stiff. So I thought I'll put that aside and done the other two. And when I had to take it apart, it was stiff, but I got it apart. But when I put it all together to try and get it, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it apart. I'd made up my mind I'd have to go smash it and go and buy another one and change it. But then I had a brainwave. I came and got my grips and then put my grips on it. And I thought, oh, it's a bit, because it's all brittle, you could break it. But luckily enough, I was able to undo it. But there's something wrong with that lamp holder in the sense it doesn't screw together as well as the others. So I didn't screw it as tight. I screwed it, it's fine, but I didn't screw it together as tight as the others, just in case you need to take it apart. So anyway, I had to spend time redoing all that. But it's all done now. Lady's happy, lights are all working, everything's good. Hope you enjoyed watching that. That fuse board, the cupboard for the fuse board, you have to see it for yourself. It's terrible if you had to work on that, if you had to do a EICR and all that, or obviously you can do it, but it's not easy. Not much space in there at all. Anyway, all good. Hope you enjoy it. See you next time.